It's the moment of truth. Will it be John Cena or Paul Heyman who will get their mouth washed out with soap?
The following contest is the first ever loser wash your mouth out with soap match scheduled for one fall. In the ring being accompanied by the general manager of SmackDown, Paul Heyman from Detroit, Michigan. Weighing in at 275 pounds, Rhino.
Will Paul Heyman have a clean mouth as he heads to SmackDown next week?
I want to make a public statement. I want to make one thing very clear. Rhino and I have zero tolerance for John Cena and his hip-hop lifestyle. John Cena's parents should have had zero tolerance for John Cena as a youth, and you, sir, will have zero tolerance for John Cena's actions tonight. At the slightest provocation by John Cena, I want you to disqualify Mr. Cena in this match, because then I, Paul Heyman, the general manager of SmackDown, will personally wash John Cena's mouth out with soap. Now, you know, here in Mohegan Sun, the odds always favor the house, and tonight, we're the house. So tonight, well, it's like giving the cops a little bit of extra ammunition when they deal with thugs like John Cena. See, for Rhino, tonight, there is no disqualification. For Rhino, tonight, he cannot be counted out. Anything goes with Rhino, because while John Cena will get zero tolerance from you, tonight, Rhino will compete under the rules of ECW.
Wow. Well, how is that fair?
Paul Heyman's the general manager.
We talked about it earlier on that Heyman would have something up his sleeve.
Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, John Cena.
You hear basic thugonomics, John Cena's entrance theme from the WWE original CDs. Cena's going to need some basic thugonomics tonight in this matchup.
Well, the deck is stacked against John Cena. No doubt Paul Heyman dropping down the credo here. Big time steps here, Cole. Yeah, big time. Rhino cannot be disqualified. No count out. Anything goes for Rhino.
It's basically no holds barred for Rhino. However, John Cena has to wrestle this match by normal rules. Cena can be counted out, can be disqualified. Paul Heyman stacking the deck, and remember, if Rhino wins this match, Paul Heyman can stick a bar of soap in the mouth of John Cena. However, if Cena can somehow pull off the near impossible, Paul Heyman gets his mouth washed out with soap.
Well, ECW rules mean basically just go at anything goes, and you got the favorite in the match is Rhino. Just like you pointed out, the deck is stacked against Cena, but Cena's looking good right here.
Well, what John Cena has to do, in my estimation, Taz, is end this matchup early and not allow Rhino to take advantage of the no-holds-barred rules.
Oh, that's true. That is true. And Cena's cooking here. Cooking, I'll tell you what. Rhino, in the past, with that man Heyman behind Rhino as motivation, Rhino's usually, in the past, has been deadly. But Cena getting Rhino to get out of this ring and regroup.
And you know all about this Rhino resurrection that Paul Heyman has talked about. You wrestled Rhino in ECW.
Yes, I did. And let's point out, Rhino's got all the time he needs. Rhino cannot be counted out. Rhino can do whatever he wants. And I have wrestled Rhino. He's tough as hell, especially with these rules. But Cena is bringing the fight to Rhino.
Well, Rhino can't be disqualified either. And John Cena, realizing, he tosses Rhino back into the ring. Quickly goes shoulders down, and Rhino just rolls the shoulder out.
That's to your point, Cole. Good point earlier, that Cena needs to try and get the victory quickly and early in this matchup, so Rhino can't take advantage of these rules or lack thereof.
Well, tell us about the ECW rules. What are they?
Well, to be quite frank, there aren't many. There aren't many rules when you competed in ECW. I did and competed against Rhino there, and it's just you go at it. You just kick ass until there's a winner. But that's good right now for Rhino, but not for Cena.
Here's the cover hook to the leg, shoulders down, and John Cena would have had Heyman stick a bar of soap in his mouth if he had lost the matchup there. But now Rhino's beginning to gain control. Cena cannot allow this to happen because now Rhino can pull out all the stops.
Well, right now this is a legal maneuver by Rhino. This cross choke using Cena's own arms to choke the man out, and it's the knee and the small of the back by Rhino.
This crowd backing John Cena. Cena, a tremendous athlete, as he tosses Rhino through that second rope.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, Cole, even though Rhino doesn't have to abide by the rules, Rhino's been trying to just straight up out-wrestle Cena, even though Rhino doesn't have to do that. And you got to give, in my view, you got to give Rhino credit for that.
And look at Rhino on the attack. John Cena's in trouble. Paul Heyman looking on.
And John Cena better be careful he doesn't get counted out here.
What were you saying about Rhino abiding by the rules? Rhino's looking for something, obviously, under the ring.
That was before he's got a
And that something's a kendo stick.
Yes, that is, and that was a weapon that was used frequently in ECW, and it's legal in the rules, and it's legal. Plus, it's in Rhino's hands, and across Cena's back.
But remember, if John Cena would grab that kendo stick and use it, he'd be disqualified to lose the matchup.
That's right, oh my God! Wow! Let me tell you something right now, Cole. I have been hit with kendo sticks, and they hurt like hell. That bamboo just slices your skin like a razor blade, man.
And you got a 275-pound man that is delivering those blows.
Yeah, man, beast.
And look at Cena caught that kendo stick to the throat.
And believe me, this ain't Rhino's first picnic with that kendo stick.
And Rhino's in control. Here's the hook of the leg, and John Cena rolling the shoulder out. It's not so much getting that soap, I believe, shoved into your mouth. It would be the humiliation for Cena to have Paul Heyman do it to him in front of a national television audience in Hero Heyman's Son Casino.
Well, Paul Heyman's extremely confident. You saw him a moment ago saying, you got him. And Paul Heyman should be confident. I mean, John Cena...
stacked the odds against Cena. What do you expect?
Well, I mean, you know, that's what happens when you're in power. You can do that. And Paul Heyman is in power.
When you're in power, you can do things the way you want. Now, how is that fair?
That's life, Cole. Life ain't fair, my friend.
What do you mean that's life? There's a lot of people in power that don't throw their weight around and take advantage of it.
There might be a lot of them, but then a lot of them, Paul Heyman doesn't fit into that lot.
And John Cena trying to battle back with the right hand into the ring.
Trying to break that count up so Cena does not get counted out.
Wise move by John Cena, but Rhino continues the attack, no holds barred.
Oh! John Cena's damn near trying to survive out here, Cole. Nevertheless, worrying about referee Brian Hebner counting him out.
Rhino just methodically taking his time
now
back
what?
under the ring.
What toy are you going to pull out now, Rhino?
Rhino with another weapon, this time a steel chair.
You call it a weapon, I call it a toy. And, you hear that steel on steel, and that steel's going to meet skin from the man beast to the doctor.
Oh, wow. And make no mistake about it. For Paul Heyman, this just isn't about John Cena interrupting him here tonight. For Paul Heyman, this is about the fact that John Cena basically called Paul Heyman out. Said that he didn't have the, look at this. Here's the cover hook to the leg.
And that's why Paul Heyman's enjoying the beatdown by Rhino.
Taz, a couple of weeks ago, John Cena challenged the manhood of Paul Heyman, saying Heyman didn't have the guts to go to a rap. And ever since then, Paul Heyman has wanted to get back at John Cena.
Well, Paul Heyman helping Rhino, chucking Rhino that steel chair, and now Rhino forcing between the top and second turnbuckle.
Of course,
forcing
Paul
that
Heyman's
chair.
helping Rhino. Heyman doesn't want to have his mouth washed out tonight by John Cena.
Hey, I didn't say I blame Heyman. If I was Heyman, I'd do the same damn thing.
No holds barred for Rhino. Look at this reversal. Oh! Chair, it backfired.
Well, he should be disqualified.
No, he shouldn't. John Cena never put his hands on the chair. Rhino looked the chair and really introduced
You
it.
got a point. Relax, okay? Jeez, okay.
Both men down center of the ring could be the turning point of the matchup. Rhino tried to use the steel chair and it backfired. John Cena slowly crawling into the cover. The referees are down. He may have him here, and Rhino rolls out.
Remember, the referee was only counting Cena in that situation because Rhino cannot be counted out. So that's, you know, I mean, if you're John Cena, that kind of sucks.
Thank you. And Rhino back to his feet. John Cena ducks underneath the right hand. And John Cena, right hands to Rhino.
I've got to give this kid credit. John Cena, he's got a lot of fight in him. Got to give him his due here.
Yeah, you might not agree with the crass raps of John Cena sometimes, but the kid's a hell of an athlete. And there it is, the throwback, connecting.
Rhino landed right on his face. Where's Cena going?
High rep district for John Cena. He doesn't fly often, but can John Cena take advantage here.
Gotta be careful, Cena might get bit here. Rhino might be playing possum.
Cena pumping it up.
Might get disqualified, he got a 5 count.
John Cena elbow to the back of the neck, and Cena is all fired up.
Pointing the elbow, how's Cena doing? Pointing the elbow right in the back of that head on Rhino.
I know what Cena should be doing. He should be going on the attack here.
He's going for the FU, there's the boot to the gut. There's the crash. FU, come look at Heyman.
Look at Heyman. Oh, and it's legal because it's no holds barred. Heyman taking advantage of the rules he put into place.
Paul Heyman is the law.
Paul Heyman is a coward.
Paul Heyman's also happy as a pig and you know what right now. Because this situation's unfolding just the way he wants it.
Because if Rhino can take advantage and pick up the victory here, Heyman will be able to wash the mouth out of John Cena. Here's the cover.
No way.
And they're going to steal this match. And John Cena just rolled the shoulder out.
That's all fine and well, but there's no way John Cena's going to win this match. No way he's going to win this thing.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Taz. It's just a matter of time
Got
for
caught.
Rhino.
No!
Belly to belly.
That's that same belly-to-belly suplex that Rhino hit John Cena earlier tonight when Rhino came out of the crowd and attacked John Cena.
And now
Cena
Rhino,
tried to-
look at Rhino going to the corner. Here's the traditional position for the start of the gore.
This might be the second goal Cena gets tonight. Number 2's coming.
For the goal. Cena out of the way. But Rhino, realizing it, back on the assault. Cena bought some time just for a moment. And now Rhino on the attack outside the ring.
John Cena is outside. Referee needs to start counting.
The referee is counting.
Well, now he's just starting. He's counting.
And there won't be a double count out in this matchup. If there is a count out, John Cena will lose. Rhino cannot be counted out as Rhino goes in search of yet another weapon.
John Cena loses. He's going to get his mouth washed out with soap. But uh-oh is right. Someone's getting some wood, and that someone is Rhino. John Cena is in trouble, Cole. He's hurt. Cena is hurt.
See the general manager barking orders to the man-beast Rhino.
Cena's going to go through this table, Cole.
But who's going to get their mouth washed out with soap? And this has been an original matchup. First ever, wash your mouth out with soap match. Rhino in control of John Cena.
I like that.
And Rhino has Cena exactly where he wants him. What's Rhino going to do next? Rhino looks like he's climbing, which is...
And Paul Heyman directing traffic, telling Rhino, put it away here. John Cena's in trouble. Rhino up to the second rope.
And John Cena is still down this
Rhino
crowd.
up to the
He's
top
going all the way
rope.
up. There's some pressure for Rhino.
No! Went for the big splash. Cena rolled out of the way. Rhino landed on the table. He brought it to the ring.
I'll tell you what, one of the first times this matchup that Paul Heyman is extremely, no pun, concerned.
Paul Heyman.
Great opportunity here, Cole, for John Cena to capitalize on the crashing burn by Rhino. And the count out again, the count is only towards Cena.
And John Cena has had the hell beat out of him. Steel chair, he went into steel steps,
Kendo
a low
stick.
blow. Here's the cover. Can Cena take advantage?
two, get out of the way.
And Rhino just rolled the shoulder out. You had to believe that was the last opportunity for John Cena.
I agree with that. Tell you what, been a hell of a matchup, no doubt. But I think Cena, how much more does this guy have left in him?
Oh! Attack with the shoulders by the man-beast into the gut, perhaps weakening it up for the gore.
It's a 275-pound man.
Here's the cover again. Hook of the leg. And his shoulders roll out. Now, when does frustration begin to build for Heyman and Rhino here?
Well, I think we might be getting close because John Cena showing tons of toughness. Tons of toughness, not getting pinned yet. But every time...
Wait a minute, what is Rhino doing here?
Rhino setting up
that table up in the corner.
like a ramp of sorts.
But John Cena, with the right hand, trying to battle back. John Cena, here's the reversal by Rhino. Man, a spine buster with
Shades.
authority.
Shades of Arn Anderson with that spine bust, a lot of
You're going
impact.
through that table. You're going to get beat. And I'm going to wash your mouth out with soap.
You hear Paul Heyman say, you go through the table, you get beat, get your mouth washed out with soap, as we take another look.
Yeah, big time impact. Look at the height right there, the height. And that spine buster by Rhino on John Cena.
Referee Brian Hebner begins to count. If both men are counted down here, there won't be a draw. John Cena will lose the match.
Director Mundo, you can feel the angst in this arena here for John Cena.
This crowd.
There's the cover.
By
That's
Rhino.
it.
Hook of the leg. And Cena did it again.
Rhino
Cena Cena got the shoulder up again.
He's tough, no doubt, and Heyman is freaking over here. Now Rhino needs to settle down, use that weapon, use that table, put John Cena through it, and get your victory.
And John Cena struggling in front of that table.
Rhino set him up.
He's stalking
He's in
John
position.
Cena.
Cena's in position for the walk for the table. Oh my God!
Into the table goes Rhino. And now John Cena with a right hand. Looks to take advantage.
Watch him get disqualified, Cena.
Come on, Cena.
Oh my God! I tell you, man, that table exploded with that claw. That miss by Rhino. Rhino's in trouble. Cena's setting up. There's the boot. F-U's coming.
John Cena. And Rhino covering John. Hook of the leg. Got it. Come on, Heyman. Come on, Heyman. Here comes the soap.
Here's your winner, John Cena.
Come on, Paul. It's soap time.
All right, easy. Paul, have a little respect. That is our general
A little
manager.
respect. He didn't show John Cena any respect. He hasn't shown anybody any respect here tonight.
Okay, John Cena won the match. I got that. That's fine. I'm sure Paul Heyman will be a man about this. And eat the soap.
Wait a minute. Be a man about it. Where's Heyman going?
Wait a minute. What?
Come on, Heyman.
He's leaving.
You lost this thing fair and square.